Both of them are my live, my YouTube song. Anyways, we're going to wait here until people start joining us right now, right?
Yeah.
So you were able to do the back garden in the front? You worked on the back garden and it had been neglected for a while, right?
Yeah.
It looks really beautiful.
It's not well, when you do the back, the front gets neglected because you can't be, well, I wish I was an octopus. You can't be in two places at the same time.
I can't wait for, they say, very bad connection. Wait.
Well, that's a good start. Very bad connection.
That's a good start.
That's the imitation.
That's just a good start. That's a good imitation from Juliet, but that's what 7-year-olds like. So pay attention to her because there's a good energy from her.
Hi there. Thanks for joining us. Hi, guys. Angus and Una.
Let's just get to the title of the video already.
Yeah, you can hold it, Dad. You can hold it.
Let's get to the title of the video already.
So,
and
hi there. Real quickly,
Juliet's just gonna say hi. There we are. Beautiful energy, innocent child, beautiful angel. There we are.
Gorgeous girl. I love you. Hi everyone. Let everybody catch up. Hope you guys are having a great Friday night. So as we're sitting here and we promised you guys, hey there, Crystal Moon, Miss Teacup, all you guys, the Native Witch, you guys are wonderful people for joining us this evening. We're not be on for very long. We won't be doing mediumship today, but we will schedule. I promise you guys. I'll let you guys know. Maybe in the next 2 weeks, we'll schedule a certain day.
Well, if anybody wants that private reading, then I do charge a fee, because if you want something very in depth, or I'm connecting to spirit, then you can contact me and I will give those details. And there's a lot of people that want chart readings from me, and I'm doing that. It is a very bad connection right now, so there's a lot of energy work going on around our homes. That could be the interruption. It could just be the YouTube creators. So we might need to just complain to them about their lack of development of the site. So let's just move forward. What's the title of our video today, Belle?
The title of our video came about when I was sitting here trying to think of a subject. That's Pepper right over here. Of a subject to come up to talk to you guys about, because we want to connect with you guys every day, and we want to come up and just put motivation up, because I know that a lot of people are going through a lot of things in their life right now, as I am as well, and as we probably always will if we're alive and we go through life and situations. And so as I was sitting here, I came up with, I went up to number 12. So you could take it as whatever. I hope Michael can join me in.
I will, but I'd like to just, because I'm connecting to spirit, and there's a lot of energies about what, it isn't just about connecting or messages. Spirit connect with me with the knowledge,
good night,
with the knowledge that's connected to the video. So if I go silent, it's because I'm having still channeling spirit for what I could say.
Oh, right. Wine. Now's a great time to begin to work. Please. With things you want to get rid of. Okay, getting rid of it. So as my husband, I was talking to him about this, what I wrote, and he goes, that's a lot of shadow work that you're doing there. And it's true, because it's still emotional to me as I write and I speak it out. Okay, the risk of being true is that you may lose, and how I mean is that you may lose in the process is that you may lose a lot of people that you love, or a lot of things that you love, when you are true to yourself. And this doesn't only have to do with spirituality, could do with sexuality, could do with any topic of you being real, okay? But the loss is not as great as the loss of not being real. Hi there, Mia. The loss of not being real, to me, is a greater thing than being real, because when you cease to be real, you deny yourself that ability of being real to who you are, or what you are, or what you want to do, or whatever. You lose a bit of yourself, and in that part is what I say, when you live in denial and a lot of things are closed down to you spiritually speaking, you don't grow, you're sad, and that's not good, right? No. You have anything to add to that?
I'm just listening to you, really.
Okay. With that, I put next, intention. With intention, you can create. And this is something that I'm always telling you guys. Intention creates everything that we put out into the universe, believe me, you can change so much of it. In a lot of ways, I've told you guys, you are your own God. You are the creator of what? Yes. You are the creator of what your situation is, good or bad. I say that a lot of times, even my situation to the day. What I have, what I don't have, what have I achieved or not, has been the creation of what I've done or not done in my life, okay? Everyone is looking for what they already have. In other words, we're all looking for happiness without knowing that it's inside of us, the ability to be happy. If we could just accept ourselves, I believe, and be real to ourselves and come out without being afraid. Mind you, you need to have a lot of courage under your belt to come out, okay? Realizing that you are your best when you decide to be real, not only to others, but most important, to yourself. When you do that, I can tell you this, you find happiness. Not only that, opportunity and growth. That's something you can find. Can you add anything to that?
I think when we're truly awakened to our actual self, what we perceive as actually real and actually true in our life is actually not. How do we know what is real? We might think that it is in our actual hearts, but what if it isn't? What if we actually need to awaken to something so overwhelming or experience something so good and have learned so many lessons from particular situations? Where are we heading? We don't know. So what? Just be. I don't think we should just pay attention to what everybody else thinks on the matter, really. You know, why should we be manipulated by family members or, well, maybe friends at times, because we all follow that chain as we grow up from the same thing. So the family are used to, say, myself being the same as them and following the same thing. And when, for example, if I turned around and suddenly changed the situation, and I want to be this person because I am interested in wanting to be this person because I want to learn and go another path, then everybody freaks out. They're thinking, oh my God, we're used to that Michael following us in this. We've all got used to it together in this energy, and then suddenly you're taking a risk, you're losing, or you could gain. They might just suddenly choose to support you on that journey either way. Some people go through that. They have support. And that's coming from an amazing family. If you get support from family members, even though you haven't chose to take them, we all want that. But if they don't, then you risk losing them or things in life that are good, that we think is good for us. Actually, if we lose them, maybe we're meant to lose them. Maybe actually those people, if they're not going to stand by us, or situations we're going to lose them, maybe we're meant to lose them on the path because they're no good for us. So we got to just take on board that something else new will come in and take the risk. You got to be someone who will make your own decisions and make choices that you think in your heart, in your gut feeling, are going to do us good. And, you know, we're just going to keep going forward. Don't look back.
So how do we change these things? Now I'm at number 5. So we must remove or divorce ourselves from what others want for you or expect of you. Remove yourself from that situation. Divorce yourself of it. I know we have a lot of loved ones out there. I have a lot of loved ones out there that have completely done a Judas on me. All right? Turned their cheek on me. Turned the other way on me. I love them to death. I do. But do they love me? And this is when it's going to come about what I've been writing here. Okay, divorce yourself from what others want for you and expect of you. Number 6, what do you want? What is important to you? What is important to me, myself, is my children, my husband, and my family, which is my newfound friends. Because you know what? Family does not have to do anything with blood, because our blood family sometimes don't mean shit. At least not in my not on my part, because
this is Juliet. She's being a bit.
Sit up. doesn't mean anything. It means something to me as to I would do anything. I would take a bullet for my family. But would they for me? Once again, question in my mind and in my heart. After seeing what I've been seeing, okay? Number 7, realizing that I have failed many times. Many times I've failed. Many times I've made mistakes. Many times I've got up and made the same mistake over and over again, but then I snapped out of it and I became a better person. Why? Because I realized what I was doing wrong. And I changed that pattern of my life. When I came to the realization of what I was doing was wrong and it was causing a circle, an actual like repetitive motion in my life, and I finally realized that and I saw it and I changed it, that's when I saw change in my life, okay? We all have failed, okay, many times, but knowing that I don't have to live there always, and that's when I decided to move on. Remember, awakening that I've received, I know Michael has as well. When you awaken to I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying this. When you awaken to the realization that there's other things out there, that there's other truths out there, it doesn't have to always be in a box.
But also recognizing that one awakening that you have, you think that's the only one awakening and the last awakening you'll ever have in life? No way. There is so many more, and to be honest, important people in our lives aren't going to stay with us forever, and it is when we're hurt by those that we love and trust and never thought that would ever hurt us, that's when the awakening starts to happen. Those are the types of things that matter. When people hurt, people are absolutely essential in this world. They're meant to hurt us. We're meant to get hurt, because if we didn't, then it would be an easy path, and that easy path would actually be, it would get boring. We have to go through different changes. We have to have a bit of light in our life and a bit of dark in our life. And people are the ones that we can't confide in. They teach us something too.
Oh, yeah. They teach us on what not to be. Okay, what not to be, what I've learned in those people that I called family, blood family, is that I do not want to be them. Because I know that they've lost a lot, although they may not realize it now. They've lost a lot of opportunity to grow, because they choose to stay in the box, okay? From that, awakening gives us a realization that we are our own creators of thoughts. Thoughts create, thoughts provoke, thoughts happen. Remember, everything that we're seeing in our life, every creation, everything in our present life, the cars, the streets, the hotels, the TV, the phone, everything was someone's thought at one point. They thought of it, they imagined it, and it came to pass. And this is when I tell you guys, we are so powerful when it comes to our thoughts. Thinking every day that we're losers, that we're not loved, that we don't matter, that we'll never amount to anything. You're putting that thought out there. We are creators of our thoughts. Our thoughts go to the universe, bounce back at us, and 5 years from now, guess what? It's cashing in those thoughts that you gave it.
That exactly, Crystal Moon. I'm going to read it out in people. In my life, mine has been... Wait there, it's just gone off.
Okay.
I've got it. The technological side of myself. In my life, mine has been wasting energy on people who don't really give a shit in the first place. Now I just don't waste that precipitous energy for people who don't truly care about and have feelings. Now, the fact is, some people continue, not because they lack the knowledge or the ability to let go. People continue to give that energy to those that we waste our energy on those people. We're not saying they're wrong people in our life. We're meant to give that energy to those people who let us down for a reason. Look at the reasons. A life lesson. And because we love and we care about those people so much, it is important that we let go of that negative energy, though. How much can we learn from those negative people? We can't learn from everything. So we have to let go, because it's going to weigh us down.
Yes.
Yeah, family and not having to be blood.
Definitely.
It is important to recognise that the very family that I have with me here in America, my wife, my 4 children aren't my blood. But it is important to recognise that if you have commitment in a marriage, you don't have to give reassurance to my wife, but I will give the whole package to the children too. Because why should they be cancelled out when there's a marriage here and a relationship between myself and children? Whether they're blood or not, you have it in you to inspire others outside of the home, in the community, in this with the spiritual work, but you've got to give that to the family as well. It starts at home.
Yes. And you know what? When I came about actually voicing out my spirituality and who I was and what I was, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people cut me off their life, except for my beautiful mother that passed away in 2006. The only one that embraced me and didn't judge me and encouraged me and was my biggest fan and was exactly what I am. And she's a big inspiration to my life, and I'll never deny her, and I don't care who in my family, if you're watching.
Blessings.
Blessings to you. Believe I should say it or not. She is my mother just like everyone else. She was a witch, and she's in my heart, and she's with me. And I'm just as much of a daughter to her as everybody else. Okay? So I'm most proud of my mother. She's my hero. She's my everything, and that's who I look up to. Okay? From that, thoughts provoke, thoughts happen, intention happens. Intention is real. Exactly. Stop giving a crap. You know why? And I'm going to get into it as I go along in the book. It evolved into that. It really touches my heart. As I got into it before, and I was talking to Michael about what I was writing in the book, and you know what? It made me cry because it still hurts. Means I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to get past things that I'm finding out today that are happening over there against me, which is really sad and hurtful. Okay? Other forces, to me, and in reality, are real. Okay? They exist. If people are not comfortable with that, it's not my problem. Okay? If you're not comfortable with the fact that there's other forces besides the I don't know, I'm not even gonna say anything. I don't know, the upright, the biggest religion out there. There's more forces to that. That's not the only force out there. And if you gotta be that close-minded, what?
Somebody mentioned we are the manifestation of our own reality.
Yes.
Now, we rely on our deities and our gods and goddesses we think that they can be the manifestation for us of our own reality. No, they will guide us and they will help us towards that. We must not rely too much on, be like a little baby, just demand on our deities, when our deities can give us the challenges and the life lessons to get us there. Actually, they are helping us recognize and realize our own answers from within. We got the answers already. They've just got to help us bring out the confidence and awaken to those answers to those questions.
And along with our deities and our ancestors that really work alongside with us, and when we do spell work, those of us that do spell work, and if you're praying and you're lighting a candle, or you're anointing people with oil, or you're laying hands on people by faith to heal them, you are casting and you're using magical forces. So we are all doing it. Whether you're in the church or not, we're all casters, okay? Casting, your intention out there creates. You are the creator, okay? Like I was saying, other forces, I believe and I know there's other forces. If people are not comfortable with that, not my problem, it's their problem. I've lost a lot of people that I love because of that. But in actuality, they've lost more. Number 10. Why do I know they've lost more? Because their growth stopped when they decided to stop moving forward in spirituality and in truth. I don't like being sad, mad, or unhappy.
As Belinda talks, I said before the video started, there may be a title to this actual video, but it's actually Belinda and yourselves, and even myself, recognising that this is part of shadow work. There's still a pain within us all, and to talk about it and to let it out, we don't need a title to this video. We're just talking about a particular subject, and it is also important that we don't need to analyse this and that. Just accept it as it is. We can talk deep, in depth, but we don't need to do that. We just recognise and own our own problems, and recognise that other people have caused the problems, and we just forgive and let go. But it's hard to let go. Easy to say it, hard to do it. But this is shadow work, really, and part of the title of today that's already there adds to the shadow work. Right. We're healing as we speak.
Right. So like I was saying, number 12.
Yes. I read that people we are in contact with in our present are the same people we've lived before in the past lives. That, thank you. Belinda is also.
Not a man.
Oh. Oh, okay. That most likely there's issues we have to mend in order to bring balance. People we bring in our life again, whether it's enemies from a past life, I would happen to recognise, say, the man over the road might be my enemy in a past life, but happen to be good friends with him now. We're kind of healing with each other's spirit in this life, making a go of it in this life, and that's what matters more than what happened then.
I do believe very much in people that are in our lives today, that they are past people that are in our lives. I do believe that the first 5 people in your circle, I have been around you forever. And those I choose to believe, my mother and my 4 children, have always been around me. And that's why we have such a deep connection. The only one I ever connected with and the only one that ever understood me was my mother. My mother and my kids.
It's not that I'm an amazing man, but Belinda has helped me towards awakening to the amazing spirit that I have, not Michael. It is the spirit that is within me. But I'm not going to beat myself up, because I'm not going to talk like I'm the spirit and I'm talking to Michael, because I am Michael. Yeah. I'm talking mad now, but at the end of the day, we have to just accept our own faults. And I own mine. I'm a jerk at times. And there's jerks out there, but I know that some changes in myself and Belinda's energy, combining that and working together, has given me a rather different approach. And I defend. I'm not going to say demons. I say deities. I defend them.
And other gods.
No matter they're up, high, positive, or low, negative energies. They have something to offer. You've got to balance them out.
And I can tell you
that you can't take too much negative, because you're going to be weighed down and tested. It's like the Morrigan, as you said today. It really is, isn't it?
Like I was saying, one of the most negative deities out there is one of the one that's held up, most regarded up there. That deity has caused a lot of pain, has caused rape, has caused abuse, has caused a lot of crap, killings and murder with that deity's name.
Well, it is controlling the masses. Now, what would the world be like if humanity was not controlled by the Christianity that's out there? And I'm not going to stab at it, but it is something that is a worrying situation, because if it was so amazing, if it was so powerful, if it was so great, then those prayers and those things that are answered to, and those sins and forgiveness, everything at the foot of the cross would be answered, and this funk and this negativity and all these problems in the world would be resolved. Now, it tells me that we have to work on it together, and the only way we can do that is listen and form a circle of energy and healing. But that's not going to happen, because we're all very different in our own spirit. Very different.
Yeah.
My life got so much better after I cut them off too.
And this one
River
also,
Hawk again. Hello
also,
again.
My mom gave her up. Michael, the same thing happened to him.
My mom gave me up over 30 years ago. Well, she gave me up. Well, she didn't give me up.
Mom.
My mom didn't give me up. My mother had
Maybe emotionally.
had a different. There was just differences, and she hasn't given me up. I choose to walk my own path, and that is the way it should be. And you have to accept that those families that we lose contact with or we decide to let go of we have to accept that the future, we don't know what the future holds. We may be in contact with those people again and be ready for that. Be strong now, be even stronger for whoever we're going to face. They are the challenge. That's the life lesson.
Make a
it took a long time for me to own my faults, but do now, and I feel a better person now that I have done so. If you don't own your own faults and you're looking to point the finger at other people and blame other people, then you're never going to recognise those faults in yourself. You're going to be in a bit of a denial. It's a bit like a bereavement process. When someone you love so deeply passes to the spirit world and you don't recognise that they're dead, you just kind of talk and be in this little world, and that's normal. Human brain will react in a mental psychological way. It's the shock, but we can't be in denial and not recognise our own faults. Own them. They are yours. And the only way you can do that is to just say to myself, yeah, I caused the upset of someone there in the street. I said things first that were upsetting, and I've got to own that problem, and maybe you could go out and put it right. You don't have to. Your husband is your hero, and not everybody can say that. It's the opposite way around. People would say that it's vice versa. You should say the same. Belinda is my hero, and I'm not perfect. I don't feel as I would have the right to say that Belinda could say that I am her hero, because we have ups and downs. But I can say that I'm going to own that, because I'm not going to be a perfect man, because I'm not. And it's me letting that out and manifesting to something that I am truly am. I'm half and half, good and a bit of bad, and that's me recognising that.
That's all of us.
And we got to awaken to that. If we don't, we're not going to move forward. I'm sorry, Michael. My mum gave me up when I was 12. Wow, and you're 46 now.
Wow.
Now, ask yourself that question, Riverhawk. Would you have been? Who would you have become? What would your life be like if you'd stayed? If she had never given you up and you'd lived and had her in your life up to the age of 46. Like my dad, he was meant to go, and I don't judge him for it. And now he's back in my life. And I'm 31, he left when I was 5 or 8 years old. And I've become this person. Who would I be if he'd stayed? It might have been a major positive effect, but I don't believe it, because he has transformed and awakened to a new person now. So it's good for me now. He may have been bad for me then, because he would only make the choice to leave because he thinks he's bad for others. Now he's grown and awakened to something new. He's good for me in this present moment.
Right. And it happens sometimes later for others and earlier for some, but we must never judge them for taking their time or not awakening, or be angry at them, because they will awaken whether in this lifetime or another, okay? If we go to number 12 here, it says, I was hiding my true self for years. I made everyone else happy but me. Okay? And this quote comes from Buddha. Buddha says, all spirituality, I'm sorry, my tongue is tight, is about relieving suffering. So why is it that the biggest religions out there cause the suffering? Okay? So then I thought,
it's not religion, it's people. People chose. Well, and some of the methods and some of the beliefs have made it worse, but the choice of the person's path and what they practice hasn't made it. It's made it a darker energy.
You know why it's been energy? Because it is written in their book of how they should be. They should take the virgins. They should kill the women that have sex and rape the virgins and kill the children and do a lot of nasty stuff.
I like that, Liquid Dreamer. And it's...
what was that?
Before I say it, I would say we're the cocoon and we're the caterpillar in the cocoon, and we've got to awaken and be the butterfly, become the butterfly, and fly off to our destination. For that, it reminded me of that, but that's very different to what you said. It's like the butterfly effect. One flicker of a moth's wing could spark a tsunami.
Yes.
What is opinion? Christianity and witchcraft. It's like mixing Lilith and Hecate. No. That's all I'm going to say about it.
No.
No.
All right, I was raised Christian.
I came Christian, and I'm no longer that person. I recognise Jesus, but I don't work with him. But if I stayed as Christianity, and Belinda's now is a Wiccan, pagan, whatever she is, and I stayed as Christianity, there'd be major clashes and we wouldn't be where we are now. I can tell you that.
I know that some of the most worst experiences in my life were in the Christian faith and with Christian people, following that belief system in that book that says that men are above women, that book that says that men should take the virgins and kill the others, the book that is abusive to women, the one that encourages people to kill gay people. That negativity, not good in my eyes at all. And when I awoke to that, and I was still drilled in my head, oh, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. It's not. You know,
yeah.
And then there comes the belief system of Wicca. And then there comes the belief system of Buddhism or of paganism or of whatever. You know what? To me, my truth is my truth, and I'm happiest in my truth. Go ahead.
That's the question. Is religion and these titles of different practices owned by the gods and the goddesses, or are they just made by humans?
Pagans?
No, we cannot go along and put and edit and create Christianity and Wiccan. It is what it is. Who has put them in? I don't know. It's a text.
Yes, it
is. There's good in the Bible and there's bad. It's nothing more than a good story and a bit of darkness there to go with it.
A lot of darkness, and that deity has
It's a good author.
That deity has caused a lot of pain and a lot of disgusting crap.
It's nearly as good as J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter's, but she kind of tops the number 1 for being a good author. So I put the Bible number 10. I'm sorry. Or even 100.
Good movies or books. Anyway.
Yes, you're right. What? Native Witch, a neighbour from far from where we live. He said, I think of Christianity and the word control comes to mind.
Oh, definitely.
Why should we have the right to control anybody? With religion or without religion? If we're controlling them, how dare we?
Yeah, exactly. But if you choose to live in that box, by all means, go for it. Go ahead. Live in the box. Do as they say. Be their robot. Listen to only that.
But I guarantee a deity isn't going to be on our side for it.
Do not question... yes, exactly. Do not question that God. Do not ask questions. Just be a robot and do as they say and stay in the box. You want to tune away. You want to say nasty things after the video's posted? Go ahead. I'll delete yours for you.
I think. But nobody is.
Exactly. Written by man. Man that wanted to control. A man that wanted to control. So he took this person... And that's exactly what I believe.
I guarantee that if we would, most of us are pagan, we follow different practices. I bring up Hecate, and we do work, and we honour her. We do all the things that we're meant to do. We don't follow
control.
We don't follow this or that we should. We do our own way. But then we go and control somebody. Do you think the wrath of Hecate is going to be upon us because of it? I think so. Because she isn't. If you're following her and you're honouring her, that's your deity, and you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. That's kind of being too big for your own boots. You're acting like a god controlling people. I don't think a deity controls us either.
No, you know what? Our deities in the pagan belief, all they do is empower us and help us and teach us to be stronger and are there to push us, not to control us or to make us feel belittled or controlled or less than because we have a vagina, not a penis. What the fuck, you know? So let's get to this ending of the book because it's getting late and I don't want to make it too long for you guys. It said here, so like Buddha said, all spirituality is about relieving suffering. Okay? Yes, exactly. Brainwash.
Well, I'm going to say it before you go that Bible is a load of brainwashing control. And the killing of babies and all that, and a lot of bad things going on, and control of others. Even that deity choosing Moses and all these big figures they're big figures in the world in stories. Isn't that control and expecting them to do this? They're chosen, but yet they're controlled in a situation. Where is their freedom to walk wherever they need to in life without the story being used in the Bible? I think this is just nothing but a made-up story to make a religion powerful.
And you know what? This next quote that I wrote goes so much to the religion and to those that supposedly loved me. So when it's said about Buddha saying that it's not about, it's about relieving suffering. So if they loved me, including that deity, why would they want me to suffer, including that deity and those that are around me, the ones that say they're my family and they love me? So I decided, I let go of the notion of the possibility that my feelings even mattered to them. So I decided to stop living in fear. Let go. I let go and I freed myself of it. I freed myself.
Straight to the point. You're a witch. Wasn't put on this world to be caged. I came here to make my own world. It's called truly being free.
Yes.
Whether in America or not, we should be free anywhere.
Yes.
Depart from me, you cursed, into the eternal fire. Prepare for the devil and his angels.
You know what? We live in Texas and we're pretty much prepared for hell. But I don't believe in the Christian faith, so I don't believe.
The thing is, it's absolutely absurd for I would say I'm a good man, but I make mistakes. I don't care about the sin thing, but I am not going to let anybody in Christianity or Catholicism tell me that I'm going to hell because I'm not following Jesus. I know for a fact, as a spiritualist medium or whatever, that awakened person with Belinda, that saying a huge mass of people who don't believe in those two faiths and God or Jesus are all going to hell because they don't follow it. You're going to be good, and what does it all matter? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's absolutely pathetically absurd.
Yet the adulterers and the pedophilias and the rapists that are in the Christian faith or the Jesus faith or whatever, whatever, you're going to heaven because you have that faith? I don't think so.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Paul, all nothing but fictitious characters, and it is sad because if they are real in the world of spirit, then they're going to have a different path altogether from what they did if they were in the Bible, following challenges through God. And it's not all gonna be easy, all smelling roses for them either. They're the same as us.
Right. And in that fact, like I was saying here, why would they want me to suffer? And I let go of all that and all those people. I just decided to stop being scared, and I came out, and I decided to be who I am, and I am a witch, and my mother was a witch. And those of you that don't like it, that I'm saying that, it's your problem, it's not mine, it's the truth. And that's when my search and growth truly began. And you know what? It's still going. It's still growing because I decided to break out that box. All right?
I think...
Let your armor go. I could say that. And also, risk being seen for all in the truth that you are. All in the truth that you are. With that being said, I too am a witch.
Riverhawk, when you said about the devil and angel, that's kind of you referring to, not literally the devil or angel, you're referring to, I can both be the light and the dark, because you're a witch. Or whatever you are, whether you're a witch or not, you are light and dark, you are that both. And that if you can't recognise that, then you're only halfway there.
It's like my son has a quote that he writes everywhere, and it says, in order to see the light, you must embrace the darkness. And that's something we all should take in. All right? In order to see the light, you must embrace your darkness. Be true to yourself. Stop living a lie. This is the topic. It goes back to that, all right? Let go of those people that don't. You know what? If they're not doing you any good, let go of it. And you know what? It's not a bad thing. Just because you come from them and you're related to them by blood doesn't mean anything. Because if you're willing to give up your heart for them and they're not even willing to give up their time for you or give support from them to you, then you know what? They're toxic and they're not worth your time.
Everything happens for a reason, and you must accept that. So I'm going to end the end of the video with a short blessing, and that we are who we are. And if people try to stop us on that journey, then we have to stand our ground. It's only been since I woke up and realised I was brainwashed by the Bible. Mm-hmm. We all have. That's why we're here talking about it. And it's mentally damaging to be manipulated in that. men from humans. The fictitious God in the Bible made hell for fallen angels. Well, whatever it is, it could very well be that there was never a Jesus in the first place. This is a man that has just been put into a story just to... And why wasn't it a woman? It could have been. Why couldn't they just twisted the story? Some philosophers or scholars would say it could never have been a woman. It had to have been a man for this, and this reason. Why not a woman? Because they didn't want women to be the control or empowered in this world. And that is terrible, because they are the fertility. They are the key to birth.
And the givers of life. And in paganism, a man worships a woman, not worships her, but gives her...
It was nothing more than respect. A rabbi, yes. Like a Dalai Lama, yes, absolutely.
Gives her the respect and embraces that she is the giver of life, and that she holds that in her womb. And with that, pagan men are a lot better than Christian men. Okay, guys? Thanks for joining us tonight. I love you guys. Please join us again.
They twisted it all right, they did. But we don't need to twist it. We just keep spreading the word. And I think my life, I know as an old man, I might be a little bit of a rabbi by at the age of 80 years old, but it's being happy with family that's more important to me. And I'm not going to bring the Christian faith down, but I will, God, I'm sure I make an impact in the world to make sure people aren't brainwashed any further. Whatever I can do to change that, and Belinda, so be it.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to get angry at people that are there.
I'm not going to get angry,
because
but it's not allowing
their time.
Innocent children are brainwashed into that. Why can't they be a free spirit?
Hi there, Michelle. Thanks for joining us. It's not their time.
Blessings.
I love y'all too. It's not their time. Don't be angry at them. You live your life. You be your truth. And you break free from those toxic people. You guys have a beautiful, blessed evening tonight. And I think we're going to see you guys Sunday.
Cast healing to those in need. Make sure that those that manipulate and cause anger, stress and pain are pretty much dealt with with your magic and your intention. Your purpose is to be the knowledge, be the healer, and be the guide to those who wish to learn the truth.
So I really encourage you guys to start writing also, just like as I did, and you come up with a lot of stuff that was just hidden in there and just rolled out.
Life after death is eternal, and when we have that validation, it becomes more real to us. But if we never get the validation, we will still take that journey as free spirits on a journey.
Yes. Many blessings, my fellow spirits and beautiful people.
Blessings.
Good night.
Blessings. Bye.
Do you want to stop?
Yeah, okay.